So, how's everyone doing? Aaron here with another deck profile for you guys, and I got here the Monarch deck for you guys. Okay, I know I've done the Monarch deck so many times. It's only because there are so many different kind of methods I've developed making the deck. Now you've seen my King of Skull Servants. Yes, there are so many King of Skull Servant deck profiles I've done for you guys. Well, it's only because of different kind of methods. Every single method I've developed making the deck, different kind of ways, and even if it's the same deck, I just don't care. I just want to show you every single one I have done. So yeah, we saw the rituals. Yeah, so many rituals almost the same way, but it's because of different other kind of ritual monsters. So I'm going to show you guys. As I said, King of Skull Servant. Yeah, there are so many, but different kind of ways of how I made it. This Monarch, yeah, same thing. Monarchs, my favorite deck out of all. I love the Monarchs. Attributed deck. And again, this is just going to be another kind of method of doing the Monarch deck. So, okay, we saw the last Monarch deck. It was, yeah, a couple of different kind of Monarchs I put in there. This one, this is what one of my friends told me. Okay, what is your favorite thing, your favorite method of the Monarchs? Rather, if you like to send away cards away, discarding cards from your opponent's hand, destroying the back row, destroying monsters, destroying face down cards, or banishing. My thing would be banishing. I love to banish cards, especially your opponent's cards where particularly like, okay, they have tuners and they're gonna synchro. Okay, best thing to do is possibly banish their tuner monsters or banish any other monster they're gonna possibly need to make a synchro summoning. Same goes for you know, anything you can think of you want to banish away. I would so love to do it. So he told me, why don't you run this Monarch deck, but depending on your one actual thing. What's your one thing you're gonna depend on doing? Me, banishing. And what does banishing? Caius. So how I made the deck is gonna be, all you're gonna be doing is depending on Caius, no other cards. So how I made this, yeah, I'm gonna depend on using Caius. The only little difference is, okay, Erebus. Okay, so let's go on with the deck profile, and you can see how different this is. Watch, okay. So Erebus is the one you're gonna want to start off with. Now, how I made this is gonna be a dark deck. So Erebus, between Erebus and Ether is like the two best ones out of the Monarchs. But I'm not using Ether this time. So you see, this is no Ether in here. This is just Erebus. So Erebus, send away a magic or trap of two different names from your deck into the graveyard. Then you can apply the effect of Erebus, which is, okay, it's not a targeting effect, but you choose a card from your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard, send it right back. Not a targeting. So this is what I mean by it's so good, because you can hit, yeah, your opponent's extra monster zone. So you could talk about, you know, their links, whichever. Hit a card, it gets sent right back. Just watch out when it comes down to, yeah, you're gonna have this out. Ash Blossom, Evac Vader, for infinite permanents. Okay, we always just gotta watch out for that. And even if it's a level 8 monster, it could be done by one tribute as long as you're tributing a tributed monster on the field. Erebus. Okay. Now we're talking about Caius. So, Mega Caius. If he's done by, it can be done by one tribute as well. When it is summoned out onto the field, you banish one card onto the field. Whichever. Does not matter which card, whether from the back row or from the field of your opponent. They take 1,000 points of damage. If you tributed a dark monster, which you are going to be doing, if your tribute was a dark monster and you played Caius, you're going to get 2 banishes. But it's still, so you get 2 banishes. Now it doesn't mean by banish 2,000 life points you're going to give to your opponent. Nah, it's only 1. Caius. And what I mean by Caius, this is how different it's going to be. I'm talking about, since we're talking about Caius, then running the original Caiuses. So we're talking about Mega Caius and the original Caius. The original Caius is a 1 tribute. So we're talking about the regular Caius as well, the Shadow Monarch. When this card is tribute, remove from play 1 card on the field. Now if you hit a dark monster, your opponent takes 1,000 points of damage. The Mega Caius is no matter what you hit, it's going to take 1,000. The regular Caius is if you only hit a dark monster, you give your opponent 1,000 points of damage. Other than that, you banish. So you see, the only one you're going to depend on is Caius. So the original Caius and the Mega Caius, that is it. There is no Dastalos, there is no Ryza, there is just crazy, see? It's just Caius. The only other monster I put in was, okay, Yugioh, the Underworld Monarch. This is the new one. Yugioh, the Underworld Monarch. He's a new support for the deck. Now, okay, when this card is no more special summon, search for a magic, trap, or even a monster from your deck, add it to your hand. So a searcher. Now, what you're going to be able to do. So, first off, you're going to make 1 face-up monster on the field, and it becomes that attribute. I wouldn't really depend on that effect. I don't care. So, when it is in the graveyard, as long as you have one in the graveyard, if you tribute summoned, and this is in your graveyard, it has another effect. If you tribute a monster with 24 attack or more attack and 1,000 defense, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card right back to your hand or special summon it. Only once per turn. Now, if this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 march, spell, trap, or even a monster. So if it's in your graveyard, and I were to, okay, Caius, tribute, go to Mega Caius. If it's in my graveyard, if I have 1 in my graveyard, I can add it right back to my hand, or special summon it. That's what's interesting about the Yugioh of the Underworld Monarch. That's on my Monarch. So yeah, there is no Ether, there is no Dastalos, it's just Caius. Then okay, then there's Mithra. Now here's the thing about Mithra, and this is something I didn't know until my friend told me about it. Okay, just read carefully. If this card is in your hand, you can activate this effect, which is you can special summon monsters from your extra deck for the rest of this turn, and special summon this card. And if you do, special summon a vassal token of a light, level 1, to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. If this card is tributed for a tribute summon, you can activate this effect. You can tribute 1 monster during your end phase. That's okay. This is what I mean, and I never thought of doing this because I never did it. Okay, special, tribute, and summon out. Now, when it is summoned, remember, first effect, you can just special summon it, but the effect is, okay, you're gonna give your opponent and do yourself another. So it could be like, okay, special, tribute, and play for your, but then the effect is give yourself another. I did not know that effect. I've always just been playing you special, tribute, and there you go. No, the effect is you can do another. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? You can do another tribute? Okay, that's new to me. I never knew that. And Chimorph, right? Okay. Your Pendulum, right? Pendulum, no cards in your extra deck, which you are not. Destroy it, special summon it, draw a card. So no cards in the extra deck, which you do not. Pendulum, destroy it, special summon it for this 1 turn, draw. When discarded, when sent to the graveyard, doesn't get sent to the graveyard, gets banished. Now, okay, no Dark Arm Dragon, no Vanity's Fiend. But, okay, since you are playing Darks, Dark Honest. That's what you're doing. Dark Honest. Once per turn during your main phase, you can return face up onto the field. So like regular Honest. Regular Honest is for lights. When your opponent declares an attack, you play regular Honest on your light monsters. The attack increases of your monster. Dark Honest is the same exact thing, except it's for darks, except you decrease it. Decrease your opponent's monster. Goes to 0, slice through hit my monster. They lose the attack. So you sort of get the idea. Dark Honest is decreasing the attack of my opponent's monster. Regular Honest is for light monsters, increase my monster's attack. So similarity. Dark Honest, decrease the attack of my opponent's monster. Regular Honest, increase my monster. So there's decrease and increase. Now, okay, before I wish they did this, if it was not called Dark Honest, everyone thought first it would be called Dishonest. Not Dark Honest, Dishonest. Dishonest. I wish they did that, but they made it Dark Honest. But it was called Dishonest. I don't know if it still does it for I don't know if it did it for oh god, I just wish they did that. But yeah, that's the whole point. Imagine, Dark Honest. Not Dishonest, but that's the way it goes. And you're using dark monsters, so why not do it? Dark Honest. So you see how little different this is? No Dark Arm Dragon, no Vanity's Fiend, no Majesty's Fiend, no Ether. That's the monsters. And you're only depending on Caius. So, that's for monsters. Okay, magics. So, Domain. The staple of the Monarch deck. And what you're going to want to do with the Monarchs. When this is on the field. So, field spell. This is what you want to do with the Monarch deck. Okay. When you have a attributed monster on the field and you have Domain on the field, no one can play from the extra deck. Lock your opponent from play from the extra deck. Lock it. That's the way Domain of the True Monarch works. Now, you can do this you can count this as an extra tribute as long as you're tributing a level A monster. So it can't be like I'm going to activate Caius, count this as it, and then play Caius. Nah, doesn't work that way. You can, since, yeah, like I said about, like let's say Anti-Morphite, activate it, send it right back, draw your card, and you have Domain. Tribute as a 1, count this as your 2, and there you go. Tributed monsters I have on the field that declare an attack gain 800 attack boost up. Only when they attack. Now, if you have no monsters and you still have Domain on the field, well then your opponent can play their cards. You just need to have a tributed monster on the field, Domain on the field. No one can special summon from the extra deck. Your Searcher, Tenacity, reveal a 24 or a 28 and 1000 defensor, reveal it to your opponent, search for anything that you want. Once return Tenacity, your Searcher. Draw power. Play as many as you want. Only once per turn. Pantheism has the effect of you can banish this card. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Get any 3 Magica traps of Monarch cards. Magica trap of Monarch cards. Reveal them to your opponent. Your opponent has to choose one. So what I like to do a lot is, okay, Domain, Domain, Domain. My opponent has to choose one. They possibly don't want to give me the shiny one, so they just want to give me a normal one. That's a little trick you can do. And only once per turn that effect. But the draw power is as many. a draw power of getting 2 cards, drawing 2 cards. This is a card, the staple of a Monarch deck as well. Monarch Stone 4th. Not targeting, but you can hit a monster. Count that as one of your tributes. So even if we're talking about just like your regular Caius. Take control, Caius. Or you have Domain, Monarch Stone 4th. Target monster, count your field spell as another. There's your double tribute. And that's another thing for Pantheism. I'll show my opponent these 3. They're gonna they know I'm gonna get Monarch Stone 4th no matter what it is. Oh god, yeah. March of the Monarchs and Return of the Monarchs. My combo I always want to play already is you have Domain, March, and a Monarch. This is my main combo I always want to go with, because March protects your tributed monsters, because they cannot be destroyed by card effects. So even if your opponent Raigeki'd, stays. Tributed summon monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can target them with card effects. Yeah, Raigeki, the effect is to destroy all monsters. All my monsters. But with protection, this is the combo I want to start off with. No doubt, Return's good. If I can pull off Return, I will, which is every single time you tribute and you tribute out a monster, you can search for any monster except by itself, add it to your hand. So it's your searcher. Another searcher to get a Monarch of a different name. But yeah, start of the combo I always want to start up. If you go first, hopefully, okay. Yeah, if you're gonna bring out Caius, yeah, you have to banish something, but there's no cards on the field. But what's not bad is if you have Erebus. You start off with Erebus, because remember, okay, no cards in the hand, no cards in the graveyard, but cards in your... Okay, my mistake. No cards on the field, no cards in the graveyard, but your opponent has cards in the hand. Erebus, discard from the... You can discard a card from their hand, field, or graveyard. Send it back. So don't always think like you got a bad... No, you can use Erebus. If you have Erebus. Now again, this is how it's a bit different. Okay, a lot of darks, right? So Allure Darkness. See, this is different. This is completely different. Allure Darkness is draw 2 cards, banish 1. They have so many darks in here. So yeah, this is how different it's gonna be. Allure Darkness. Then of course, spell card, soul exchange. Immediately after this effect resolves, then tribute summon 1 monster, and you can tribute monsters your opponent controls. Okay, take control. Now this is like regular soul exchange, except regular soul exchange we know is you cannot declare an attack. Spellcard Soul Exchange, you can declare an attack. And Soul Exchange, you can only hit 1 monster. Spellcard Soul Exchange, you can hit as many monsters as you need to make your tribute summon. And then traps, Prime of the Monarch, and Monarch Perfection. Another trap card that came out for the Monarchs. Prime of the Monarch. You want it in your graveyard. Once per turn, remove from play a magic, a trap of a Monarch in your graveyard. Revive this onto the field as a token monster. Monarch Perfection. Continuous trap card. Once per chain, If your opponent special summons a monster or monsters and you control a tributed monster, except during the damage step, you can banish one spell or trap card from your graveyard and then apply one of these effects. There are 6 effects you can activate. 1. Destroy a monster on the field. 2. Destroy 2 spell or trap cards on the field. 3. Discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. 4. Destroy 1 face down card on the field. 5. Place 1 card on the field to the top of the deck. Or 6. Banish 1 card on the field. There are 6 effects and you choose one of the following. I'm always going to go with the 6th one. Banish 1 card on the field. Or just, yeah, your opponent has back row. Just destroy 2. Who cares? There are 6 effects and you can only apply one of them. And that's the deck. And yeah, there you go. So yeah, just Caius. The original Caius and the original Caius. So yeah, Caius, Mega Caius. So just yeah, this is, I made this deck into, yeah, you're gonna depend on what's your main thing in a Monarch deck. My thing is banishing, and banishing is Caius, and it's my favorite Monarch out of all the Monarchs. My favorite. If I were to count my second, it would be Ryza. Ryza sends away cards on the field. I love Caius. Now, okay, what gets pretty fun also, what if you create your deck as a name? Create it as a name. That's what gets fun also about the game. Make your deck into a name. So what I named my deck is to Shadow Garden. Reason why Shadow Garden. Okay, if you've seen the anime The Eminence in the Shadow, that is one of the most popular animes I've ever seen. It is so awesome. I love it. Cool action, just amazing. And the reason why is because it's called Shadow. So Shadow. Yeah, and this is dark. So Fiend is dark. And the Eminence in Shadow, it's their organization, whatever. If you see it, it's dark. You're in the dark. You're in the dark. They dress all, black. This is all black. It's just crazy. And then their group organization, the main character, he creates his organization called Shadow Garden. So I would count this as my Shadow Garden deck. I just love it. It's a cool thing to do when you make the deck. How about you create your deck into, have some fun. Created a name. So Shadow Garden. And it's only because of the anime that I watched. It's an amazing anime. It's at 2 seasons right now. I think they're making a movie right now coming out. No, not a movie yet, if I can remember. It's only 2 seasons right now. I think it's a movie, or I haven't checked it, but yeah, there's more. It's just a huge, awesome story. I mean, awesome anime. I don't know if you have checked it or want to check it out, but I'm just telling you, yeah, so awesome. I love it. And then yeah, Caius, and then I created to be Shadow Garden. This is my Shadow Garden deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll show you a video of how this deck is. How my Shadow Garden deck is. Okay. I'll speak to y'all later. Peace.